What time is it? Let's see. Oh shit. It's time for Saturday morning video games. Oh yeah. What is up, everybody, and welcome to the final episode of Saturday Morning Video Games. And I know it's very sad that Saturday Morning Video Games and Retro Night, and along with some other shows like It's Clobbering Time and Burning Rubber, are going away. But sometimes you have to adapt and evolve to be successful. And right now I am having tons of fun doing the co-op stuff with
a lifetime worth of lasagna as a
Zivu.
reward?
Yes, Zivu is how you pronounce the name. I'll just call her Heather, for instance, because that is her actual name, and it's just easier to remember than Zivu, because sometimes I'll say Zavea or some shit like that. So Zivu, aka Heather. I am having tons of fun doing the co-op stuff with her, and we decided to change the channel that way and focus a lot on the co-op stuff, but you will still get my solo stuff that I will be doing as well. Don't worry, a lot of the Retro Nerd plays episodes that I have, like the playthroughs I have not finished, I will keep going on with those, so don't worry, those are still around. But anyways, guys, let's actually get into the game. We are playing Garfield Lasagna World Tour for the PS2. Now, when I booted up this game, I was like, okay, it's a Garfield game, you know, it's a licensed game, it's probably going to be shit. I'll start getting into it and playing it. I actually found out that it's just a simple platformer for kids, but it's somewhat okay and fun, you know. I didn't notice anything really bad about, like, you know, any of the graphics or anything like that. It actually reminded me of Garfield, either comic strip or Garfield cartoon show, so that's a plus, that it made me feel like that. The voice actor, whoever they got to play Garfield, he's trying too hard, really trying too hard of being the voice actor for Garfield and Friends, the 90s cartoon show. Who was, I believe his name was Lorenzo Music. I believe that is the voice actor's name. He was also the voice actor of Peter Venkman for the real Ghostbusters cartoon show as well. So you're probably sitting there going, huh, that's kind of weird. Well, yeah, because the weird thing starts with, okay, Bill Murray plays Peter Venkman in the live-action Ghostbusters, right? Lorenzo Music does the voice of Peter Venkman in the real Ghostbusters cartoon show. Okay, he also does the voice of Garfield from the cartoon show. But Bill Murray did the voice for Garfield in the live-action movies. See what he did there? Yeah, it is kind of cool that, like, when they announced that Bill Murray was going to be Garfield, I was like, huh. I wonder if he's like paying homage to Lorenzo Music by doing this, because Lorenzo did the voice for Peter in the real Ghostbusters, and also was the original voice actor for Garfield as well. And I don't know why Bill, what his real reasons were for choosing it, but you know, it'd be cool if he did want to pay respects to Lorenzo Music for doing the voice of Peter in the cartoon show. But yeah, like I said, this voice actor, whoever they got for this video game, because Music is no longer with us, he's been long gone from us. Yeah, so whoever they got was really trying hard to be Lorenzo Music, and it's not sufferable, but you just know he's really just trying so hard just to be that. And yeah, so it's not painful. to hear the voice, but it's just like, okay, dude, you're really trying really hard. You should just try to come up with your own Garfield voice, you know. But he didn't. So another cool thing is like there's costumes and stuff that Garfield can dress up as, and he gets special abilities like the cowboy outfit gives him a gun where you can actually go first person with this toy gun and actually like shoot stuff and like shoot balloons down and shit like that have items that you're holding. And then the soccer outfit, because I only got two outfits, but there's probably more that the other cool stuff. In the soccer outfit, you actually call Odie over and you can actually choose the trajectory of how he's going to launch over and land. So a lot of times what they did with it is the one instance where I used it is they had me kick Odie over this gap to land on a button to raise up a bridge. So that was kind of unique that each costume has a different ability, which is cool. I mean, it changes up the play style of the game. So that's always good if, you know, then it's just not a boring platformer, you know, it adds something to it. So that's always good to have in your games. But yeah, so yeah, it's actually a very fun game for kids. I was really shocked and surprised. I was like I said, you know, usually licensed games are not that great. Once in a while you get a gem or two. But this is not a gem, nor is it a turd. It's like in between turd and gem. So like if we want to do the rank between like bronze, silver, and gold, this would be silver essentially. It's a good game. Not terrible. So I recommend it for kids. I mean, especially on Saturday mornings, you know. This would be better than them playing Call of Duty and Grand Theft Auto, so I'd rather have the kids be playing this than that. So, yeah, but getting back to what I started talking about in the topic, yeah, this is the last episode of Saturday Morning Video Games. This was the original idea I had for Saturday Morning Video Games, is that I wanted to play cartoon games that were based off of like cartoon shows and stuff like that. So like Ghostbusters, like the real Ghostbusters video game, the Extreme Ghostbusters, Garfield, Tiny Toons. I think we even threw in a Spider-Man and an X-Men game at one point. But yeah, that was the whole purpose of this show, was to do that. And you know, I'm glad I got to, you know, do the show for a while. I mean, I did stop for a long time because I was just so focusing on other stuff and just trying to find a way to get more views. But I was so stupid and blinded that this was actually getting me a lot of views, and you know, I kind of stopped for doing it for about a year. But yeah, and also I couldn't find a lot of, you know, cartoon video games. I mean, there's a lot of them, but like, you know, ones at like thrift shops and stuff like that, because that's what I was mainly looking for, is at the thrift shops for them. So that it was hard finding them. I didn't want to buy new ones and stuff like that and spend tons of money on games for it. So, but yeah, hopefully maybe sometime down the road I can do a whole month where it's dedicated to bringing back some of the old shows for some episodes here and there. You know, don't get me wrong, that is always a possibility of that happening. So stay tuned, you'll find out if that will ever happen. But like I said, we are focusing mainly on a lot of the co-op stuff between me and Zivu, or aka Heather, and we're focusing a lot more on that stuff. But don't worry, you'll have my solo plays as well, along with Thrift Shop Finding, the Adventure series, Grand Theft Auto Monday, GTA Mondays will be hopefully coming back sometime soon. What else? I'm still probably going to do hunting and fishing with the Retro Nerd, where I play hunting and fishing games. I'll do that for a little bit because I only did one episode of that and just like stopped, and I think I could do more with it. And then once I felt comfortable enough that I did enough for it, and then I'll stop the show. And I'll be bringing back demos as well. I got a stack of demos sitting right next to me, to where we'll be getting that as well. So just stay tuned for a lot of stuff coming your guys' way. A lot of co-op stuff, some of my solo stuff, and some of my other shows as well. Like I said, the Retro Nerd's not going anywhere, but some of the shows are, because they're not somewhat part of the formula that we're trying to do now. So, but anyways, guys, I've been the Retro Nerd. We were playing Garfield Lasagna World Tour, and this was the final episode of Saturday morning video games. It's a sad day. No more Saturday morning video games, just like no more Saturday morning cartoons. Anyways, guys, Retro Nerd out.